Okay, hello guys. Can we start right now? Because I'm pretty sure that's the right time zone.
Yeah, Marcin, hello. Yeah,
Hello.
you can start and people will join us as they
Yeah,
can. So
yes,
you
as
can start
usual.
it. You can start your presentation normally.
Okay, great. So I didn't mess with time zones. Okay, it's recorded, so it's anyway useful. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome on Collabdays Greece 2025. And today I will talk, but mainly I will show how you can use Copilot, so Microsoft 365 Copilot, effectively in Microsoft Teams. My name is Marcin Siewnicki. I'm from Warsaw, Poland. I'm a Microsoft solution architect. I work mainly with SharePoint, Teams, all applications around modern workplace, so as well as Copilot, Copilot Studio, and everything that helps you with everyday tasks. Microsoft MVP in SharePoint and Teams category. You can find me on LinkedIn, on Blue Sky, or you can check my blog site. So, without further ado, let's go to the agenda. First, I will talk a little about Copilot itself in Teams, because it's quite interesting what you can find, what you can do using Copilot directly in Teams. Then, I will switch to features available in during
Marcin, you're breaking up. Maybe
yes.
Some connection problem.
Oh, boys, okay. Give me a second. Need to check my headphones, sorry. Okay, hello. Can you hear me now? Better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, too many devices with Bluetooth. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. First, what is Copilot and how you can use it in Teams in general. Then I will switch to how you can work with Copilot with messages, chats, and channels, because that's quite interesting topic. Then I will jump to the main Teams feature and mostly use, so meetings, how you can use Copilot before meetings, during the meeting, and after it. And there are plenty of features that most people don't know. Then brand new feature, Channel Agent. I will show you how we can use it and what's available right now in that feature. And at the end, a few tiny little additional features that you can find and that you can use with Copilot together in Teams. So Copilot in Teams. In fact, Teams as an application was the first service, first product in Microsoft with AI implemented. Even before the AI ChatGPT era, Teams got a nice feature dedicated for capturing meeting notes. It has some problems. It was just the first implementation, but it was so the Teams was the first app with AI features. Right now, you can use Copilot in Teams with so many areas, with so many scenarios. For example, you can summarize your day using Copilot. Of course, in Teams area, so all messages, all chats, and so on. You can catch up on missed meetings. So if you missed a meeting, you can go to that meeting and ask Copilot to get you insights, to get you missing points. You can plan your day because Copilot has access to your data, to your calendar. So you can plan, you can check meetings, prepare for upcoming meeting as well. During the meeting, there are plenty of features. You can ask Copilot to summarize current meeting so far, ask questions, prepare for upcoming changes or upcoming agenda points. Of course, that meeting recap and notes, you can use Copilot to, in fact, right now to completely take care about notes, an entire process of taking notes, preparing them, and even saving in a specific format. Catch up on missed messages. So, for example, if you are not in the office, you can't check every single message on your team, so you can go to the Copilot window and ask, show me my unread messages. Great option. There is language interpreter. This is an agent dedicated for Teams meetings. You can use it to translate meetings to another language. The next agent, fantastic one. That's my favorite feature in Teams right now. A Facilitator Agent. This one can help you completely moderate entire meeting. And last but not least, you can right now turn meeting notes into SharePoint pages. So pretty nice feature. So let's go and switch to some demos. So first I will go and show you how we can play, how we can work with messages, chat channels, so everything that you can use in Teams. So, okay, here we go. Here. Okay. So this is my Teams. This is my Teams window. I have plenty of unread messages. As you can see, there are, maybe if I click unread, there are a lot of them. I have a lot of private messages, a lot of group chat messages, channel messages. So there are a lot of messages waiting for me. So I can, of course, go and check one by one and try to figure it out what's going on. But I can also use Copilot to do this for me. So let's go to the Copilot chat window. It is okay. I will start a new window because I have plenty of ideas and past messages. So Copilot, you can use it directly from Teams. In general, Copilot is everywhere. So whenever you are, you can just click Copilot icon and it will pop up with dedicated chat in this application. Here we have, we are in Teams, so we have Copilot grounded with Teams. So now, what can I do? Of course, I can do something like this. Summarize unread messages from Teams. I will skip that today. And let's see what's happened. As you can see, quick update of missed messages to be honest, with some basic formatting. Anyway, it's pretty useful because I can check what happened during my, for example, entire day. But that's not all. That's very simple prompt. So summarize unread messages. Let's check something else because this is very simple. If I go, for example, if I want to work with channels, I have a channel, for example, let's say this one, and I post something. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, there is no Copilot icon in channel. So I can't ask Copilot to summarize this channel, for example. But because I have a lot of channels with a lot of messages awaiting, so I can ask Copilot, the main chat, simply to get everything for me from every single channel, every single event group chat, and summarize it for me. So there is my prompt. I will start a new window. Yeah. So in this IT, give me a second. What's my name? IT team. Okay. In IT team, list my 100 threads from the last 7 days, provide thread topic or title, and give me that, max 2 bullet points, mentions, max 2 sentences each. So a little bit more complex, but pretty useful. And now Copilot will analyze every single channel from this team. So I can specify, I don't need to go to each team, each channel separately, and I will get this nice summary per topic, and there's information about who did that, why, when, and so on. Pretty useful, but the most powerful one is when you want to simply summarize everything, not only chat 100 messages, but every single aspect of your teams. For example, you spent last 2 weeks in some nice sunny place outside of your work, and you have to catch up on everything. There are plenty of, sometimes even hundreds of unread messages in your teams. Pretty standard scenario. And what to do? So you can now ask Copilot to scan everything. So chats, as you can hear here. So scan all my team's chats and channels for unread items, so messages. I want to group them by team and channel and thread, so to simply to make it easier to read. And for each thread, show me first, last messages time, author, summary, one-line summary. I don't want long text. I want just one short summary from mentioned decisions, action items, and list me 10 top 10 features or most important outcomes from this from everything in my teams. So let's check. And this kind of prompt you can use even on regular basis. So for example, every single week you run this prompt to be sure that you didn't miss anything, everything is under control. And Copilot is now analyzing every single message from my unread message, because of course I can change it to maybe I want every single item. Read, unread, doesn't matter. I can change it. You can change it in your prompt. So you can play with your prompt. And this time I have this nice channel, team channel thread categorization. In this one I have, yesterday there were some discussions, summary, mention, decisions, and some action items. For example, implement fixes and due some date. For November, there's some milestones, and so on and so on. And the last part, I got this one nice list, top 10 actions with some owner, for example, me, site owner, a different format, and due date, for example, date October 5th. Okay, so it's a little bit delayed, as soon as possible, and so on. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Nice. And I can copy this list and, for example, put in my to-do list or any a to-do or task management tool that you want. Plus, there's also one more prompt that I use regularly, and in fact, every single Friday or Monday, depends on my schedule. For example, if you want to get weekly digest from your teams, so everything, not unread messages, but to get, to check that everything went fine, everything is okay, and you can use that insights to prepare for the next week. So I want to weekly digest of my teams, and I can start specify date for last seven days and format this in a specific way. Top 10 threads, decision mates, open actions, risk blockers, and so on. And to be honest, I run this flow, this prompt every single week, and it's part of my routine, part of my workflow, and decisions in nice table. And what's great that I get here link to this specific message, so I don't need to rely on Copilot and be sure. If I want to check, I want to be sure that everything's fine, and maybe go dig with this message, or maybe ask some additional questions. I have a link. I can quickly go to that message and check links, open actions, risk blockers, only 3 with some links to those messages. Great. And now, what I usually do with some, with such prompts that I can use, that I must use, in fact, every single day, week, month. There is a great option in Copilot. If I go here, I can, in these 3 dots, I can click and schedule this prompt. So for example, today is Saturday, so let's start on, let's say Friday, every week, Friday. Yep. So I can schedule this prompt. It will run every single Friday from the next one. It will run 15 times. That's the main limitation. So you can schedule your prompt up to 15 times. So it's if it's per week, that's nice. That's not a problem. 15 weeks, that's a lot of time. But if you want to schedule your prompt daily, so 15 days, it's not so. No, and it's not too long period. So probably it could be a little bit confusing, annoying for people to manage this one. But anyway, I hope it will be changed in the future, so we will be able to schedule more runs. And if I save it, so each time I will get this nice, as you can see, I have some other prompts scheduled for my teams. Yep, it's done. So now every single Friday in the morning, I will get this nice list from the past week, from the past 7 days with action plan. So I can, for example, prepare for my weekly meeting with my management or with my department, my team, and so on. So it's a nice option to automate part of your work. But if you have a lot of messages, as I have, sometimes you need to find something. So get insights, get summaries based on some specific keywords. For example, if you are looking for something, let me start another window. So for example, I want to monitor messages with some specific keywords. For example, security in all channels. Would last, how many, let's say 14 days. Because I don't know what I'm looking for, I can go and ask Copilot to get me this for me. Okay, and using this, so it's not standard search that I can do. I will get messages, and I need to go through each and try to figure it out what's inside. I in this case, I got everything in my Copilot chat summarized with who created that message, context, so in fact one sentence summary, and with some asks for example for me. I searched for or I asked Copilot to get me information about security keyword, so I get this 3 clusters, 3 messages or threads with that keyword summarized and with link to that thread as well. That's great because I can quickly go and check if it's the correct one or not. Okay, that's about messages. If I go switch, so you can summarize 100 messages or everything in your teams. You can summarize updates in your projects, for example. Hey, scan or analyze this specific team, get insights from channels, monitor specific keywords, and of course, schedule your prompts if you think that you can run this prompt. Or if it's helpful prompt, you can schedule it up to 15 times, for example, every single Monday, Friday, to get automatically information directly in your Copilot chat window. That's pretty useful because you don't need to manually run this prompt every single time. Okay, the next part is of course meeting area, so meetings in general. And there are a lot of useful features for meetings. First, of course, there are some features if you are inside a meeting, for example, as we are today here in Teams. But for example, if you want to prepare for a meeting, what to do? Of course, I have this adoption plan. There's a meeting on Monday with some attendees. There are even 4 or 5 attachments, PDFs. There is an agenda generated or created for this meeting. So a lot of information in this appointment. And how to prepare for that meeting. I have, in this case, in this example, this is my test or demo environment. I have only 3 meetings, but usually my calendar is full. And so there are 10, 15, even 20 meetings a week. So how to prepare for this specific meeting? And again, I can ask Copilot to do this for me. I don't need to go and check each meeting one by one or go inside. So let me copy meeting name to be sure that I'm not. Okay. And go to Copilot again. And let's try to ask Copilot. Try to ask Copilot. Start a new window to be sure that there's no. So I can ask Copilot because Copilot understands my calendar, my meetings, past meetings and upcoming meetings. So I can simply ask, hey, I have this prompt here. Hey, prepare me for this meeting. So I have to provide the meeting name. So there's meeting. So I can simply try to search this. And that's the one, M365 Copilot adoption plan on Monday. I can provide date, but because I selected it from the search, it's not a problem. And then scan the meeting invite, meeting chat channels. If there's, for example, some discussion beforehand at a meeting, the last 30 days. So scan everything you can. Produce 1 paragraph briefing. Nice. With 5-item agenda with time boxes, stakeholders, so people that are somehow important for that meeting. Top 8 or however you want. Talking points, and plus suggest me 5 smart questions maybe for this topic. No decision, open points, everything that you can get. Let's see. And of course, you can, prepare your prompt or enhance it to your specific work. And okay, I have this one. It's on Monday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Great briefing about Copilot adoption strategy. Great 5 points from agenda. Yeah, with minutes. Nice. There's a stakeholder map, but because there's only with any content, any information suggesting who in this meeting, so it's just a text. 8 talking points. Great. 5 smart questions. Why not? Known decisions. There's nothing. Open issue, of course. Probably something that we can use, and data gaps and artifacts. As you can see, Copilot messed a little with this formatting because it should be a link. It happens from time to time, and that links are not properly formatted. But if I copy that, what's funny, it worked pretty well yesterday, and today maybe it's Saturday, and Copilot has a little bit day off maybe. But anyway, there should be a link, and usually is to this specific attachment, because there are 4 attachments. Plus, I have this additional link to that meeting here, so I can check those files anyway here. Okay, so I can I can prepare for my meeting, but what to do if the meeting is running? And there are a lot of features, of course, because the meeting itself is still the main part of the Teams application. So there are a lot of features, and Microsoft adds a new feature quite often. Okay, so let's try to join one meeting. There's a running meeting. I started it today, an hour ago. Let me try to connect. Of course, no audio, nothing. Let me see. That's always the case, joining meetings. If you are on the meeting, on the Teams meeting in the same time. That's the tricky part, but let's see. Okay, this is meeting. It started 1 hour ago. So there are some discussion. There's, as you can see, something is going on the chat. So it's a live meeting. So it's not empty. We have a lot of information, so we can test a few things here. First, the main part of everything, if you want to use Copilot during Teams meeting, you have to enable transcription. Transcript must be enabled. Without it, Copilot simply won't work, because Copilot uses text. So what we say, it must be saved as a transcription in a text file for Copilot to understand and to provide you some additional features. This is the main, and in most cases, the main and the only one requirement. So you have to enable transcription for your meeting. So it's here. If you go to more, record and transcribe, there's a button, start transcription, and you can start transcription without recording. So recording is optional. As you can see, the recording is not enabled, not started in this meeting, because I can start it again. But the transcript is enabled, so Copilot understands what's going on in this meeting and do something for me. So let's check. First of all, there is, of course, Copilot icon here. Nice. If I click that, of course, you must have the license. But anyway, Copilot is opened. Okay. And I can ask to recap meeting so far. So in this case, I joined the meeting in the middle. And I can ask, hey, recap this meeting so far, because I don't know where are you right now with agenda and so on. And I get this nice summary. And because, and this is standard Copilot feature, you can ask whatever you are, ask Copilot to propose me, for example, in questions, what happened, if is there any open items, for example, who joined the team. A quite interesting prompt is, for example, what decisions were made or what opinions were shared, to be sure that if you are joining lately, you know what's done, what's not. So in fact, in reality, you can work with Copilot as usual, ask questions about this specific meeting, because in this context, Copilot is attached, grounded to your meeting and understands what happened from the very beginning to this point. So you can work with it, copy it, ask questions, and this is your own Copilot window. So only you can play with this, and no one else can see your private chats with Copilot. So this is personal. Copilot personal chat with Copilot. So you can ask, for example, silly questions. It's up to you. Anyway, it's your private messages, private stuff, and won't be shared with anyone else in your team or in this meeting. Okay, but there's more. As you can see, there's nice bar here with some check marks, bullet points, something like this top bar. In fact, this list was generated automatically by Facilitator Agent, this AI feature dedicated for meeting moderation. You can enable it when you enable transcript. You go to here more. Yeah, and there is this turn on facilitator. So the third option from the top, I enable that so that I can only turn it off. But at the beginning, you can turn it on. And this agent is dedicated to help you with meetings in general. So first, the agent analyzes any single item in your meeting appointment, so meeting invitation, and try to figure it out the agenda for this meeting. If you provide the agenda in this form, as you can see on my screen, so it's easier for the agent because agenda is in plain text. So based on this agenda, agent generates this list. And during the meeting, based on transcript, of course, this agent tries it's trying to figure it out if this agenda point is closed or discussed or not. And as you can see, there are these check marks close to each or most of the items. So for example, we discussed during this meeting those two agenda points. Great. But the third one, how to expand Copilot chat, no. So it's still open topic. So during the meeting, you can clearly and easily check what's going according to your agenda and what you have to discuss. You don't need to ask, you don't need to check yourself, your own, notes, agenda, remember everything from the meeting. No. Facilitator agents simply is doing it right now for you or for me in this example. So I don't need to do anything. Just facilitator is taking care of about everything, create agenda points, update those agenda points, so I can clearly see at the end of the meeting that hey, we have 5 open points. We have to do something with that. We can't finish the meeting right now because we have some open points. And this is automatically created by this facilitator agent. Great, but there is more, of course. There's something more. And during the meeting, this agent automatically creates notes. So every few minutes, it add a new section to your meeting notes. There's even this small icon. It means that it was generated by AI. So it's not created by human, but it's by AI, this facilitator agent. So step by step, Copilot, this facilitator agent adds firstly this one, secondly this section, and so on during the meeting. And at the end, you have ready to use meeting notes. So even before the meeting ends, you can check that everything's okay. The notes are more or less good. And you can of course go and add something, modify those notes, because there are notes, so you can edit them during the meeting. This is not, text that you have to copy and paste in your Word or somewhere else. No, you can take those notes, modify them, remove something, modify, edit, fix some maybe mistakes, because still this is AI, add new sections, and so on. So you have full control over those meetings notes, but facilitator agents will take care about everything. Plus, in the chat, because facilitator agent is a AI persona in your meeting. So you can talk with this agent. For example, facilitator, hey facilitator, hey, what decisions were made? Yep. And this is AI, works in the same way as standard Copilot chat, and I will get the information right away here. And facilitator agent is different from this Copilot feature here. So if you use this feature, it's private only for you. If you have Copilot license, it works for you. But this one is a little bit different because it is available in the meeting chat. So if you ask, you have the license. You must get the license to use this facilitator agent, of course. But if it's enabled, every single attendee can see answers from this agent. So the information that facilitator agent provides are visible for every single attendee during the meeting. So it's a little bit different than this standard Copilot chat feature. And it answers questions. You can ask whatever you want to provide more context, more information for everyone during the meeting. Okay, so this is the facilitator agent. Of course, I can ask one more feature. Okay, create a meeting minutes and save it as a Word file. So I can ask facilitator agent to create me a file or to create planner tasks for me as well, because this is agent, it can do that. It's not as the fastest feature. It requires some time, sometimes a minute even, or maybe two. But anyway, you will get ready to use Word here or planner tasks generated for you. So it's still, you don't need to do it manually. Okay, so this is, let's just wait. And during that time, I will show you one more feature. So facilitator is working great, but there's another agent called interpreter. And this agent is designed to translate meetings from language to language, but using voice. This is not text translation, this is voice translation. So in fact, interpreting existing or running meeting to another language. And there are two options. The list of supported languages is pretty short, as you can see, because this is brand new feature. It was implemented a few months ago. It's still in preview mode, but how it works. First, you must, for example, this meeting is in English, great, but you can specify that, hey, maybe I'm not so, fluent in English, or maybe I completely don't understand English, but I understand German. So in this case, if I click confirm, meeting is in English, but I will hear everything in German. And every attendee with Copilot license can select own specific language. So for example, half of the team will use English, part of the team German, someone else, for example, Spanish. And I can also click this button, simulate my voice. So teams will try to understand and remember my voice. And based on that voice, will use it and speak to other people using my voice. It's nice. So I can, for example, hear my colleagues speaking to me in German, even though they don't speak German. That's nice. Of course, the main limit is that, main issue probably is that it's not only this list of supported languages, but from my experience, if you try use other languages, Copilot will try to do something. More or less, some languages are more supported, but officially only this list works. I tested it, I played with it quite a lot, and the quality is okay. But that's the interpreter agent. But let's go back to this facilitator one. As you can see, we have this Copilot feature updates. And based on those meeting notes, we get this beautiful word, meeting notes with date, attendees, location, subject, table, and so on. Everything is inside that table. So some formatting issues, yep. I need to fix that because there's a break line in this HTML format. That's funny. But anyway, I have ready to use meeting notes in Word, and it's saved in my OneDrive. Nice. So this is about meeting during the meeting. So you can work with Copilot chat, you can use Facilitator, and I strongly suggest if you, okay, let me go back. I will end this meeting. For example, if you want to plan Copilot updates, doesn't matter. Invite someone. Wait a little bit. Oh, here we have this nice feature. So I can enable Facilitator before the meeting starts. So during the appointment creation process. So I can simply turn it on, off, on, and automatically when the meeting starts, Facilitator will be enabled by default. So I don't need to remember that I have to enable transcript and Facilitator. No, it will automatically start and take care about meeting. Generates this nice agenda bar, taking notes, and so on. It's here. You need to wait a few seconds when you before these options appear in the invitation or this meeting meeting window in Teams. This gap, yep. So for the meeting, you can prepare Facilitator to make notes, track agenda, check time. Yes, it can check time because there's this time indicator. You can generate meeting minutes and create planner tasks. But when the meeting ends, so for example, this meeting is this, let me see this one. This is past meeting from yesterday. So you can go and check recap. And this is a recap section. So you can check transcript. Yep, there are a lot of text. And there's AI summary generated automatically by Teams, not by this facilitator, but by Teams. This is generic. You can't change it. You can just copy and use it or not. But there is another Copilot icon here. So if you go after the meeting ends, you can go to Copilot and ask and do the same. Ask the same questions as I showed you during the meeting. So hey, recap this meeting, but because this is finished, so you have the full notes, and you can ask format and so on. For example, what topics were discussed or what questions were asked. Nice. So you get a lot of information with links to this specific recording or transcript, depends on the how this was recorded. So nice. But there's also quite new feature. It works with recordings. It's called audio recap. Okay, if I click this, I'm redirected to this dedicated page when I can specify time range up to 30 days. And I can select audio recap style. For example, executive, newscast, or casual. Let's stay with casual. And I can select one meeting or two, or maybe one, up to 8 meetings, and click generate. So right now, Copilot is generating audio recap from this meeting. It will be quite short, and it's pretty fast process. So you don't need to wait hours to do this, to get this information. No, that's, as you can see, 12-second summary from 17 minutes meeting, if I remember correctly. So it's great because you can create such audio recaps and listen, for example, during commuting, or if you have time but you don't, you prefer audio, or maybe you don't have time to read. You work with phone and there are a lot of text, so you can just quickly ask Copilot to create you audio recaps for your past meetings. And you will get, as you can see, I have another one. This one was, the meeting was longer, so right now I have almost 2 minute long audio recap from that meeting. So I can simply listen, get quickly insights, details. And it works. So there's only a maximum 30 days back. And you can select up to 8 meetings at once. So the Copilot can do this.
Yes? Martin, you have 10 minutes more.
Yep, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I know. 10 minutes. I should be on time. So up to 30 minutes, you can select style and play with your audio recap. Okay, so let's go back and switch to almost the last feature called Channel Agent. This is brand new feature. It was announced a few weeks ago. It works. To be honest, it's still quite limited. So don't expect too many features. If I go to any channel in Teams, there's this icon, tiny little icon here on this top bar. Okay, let's wait. No, I will show you some maybe here. Yep, click that icon, and you can add an agent to this channel. This icon, this option, it will add out-of-the-box agent to your channel. Let me click that. And it will add this agent to this channel. Okay, let's leave that here and go here, because I have this, I've added that agent some time ago, so it's ready to use. So this is another agent in Teams that you can use to do something for you. Right now, there are only 4 features. You can create a report. Okay. So a report is in fact scheduled prompt. So you can ask this agent and schedule a prompt, but there are no limits for how many times it can be run. So you can, for example, schedule a prompt, a summary report to be generated daily and sent on this channel. So in reality, this agent will generate a report. So what's new from the last day and paste a short summary in this channel. Okay. You can add and assign tasks to your planner. You can schedule meetings and share knowledge. So in fact, this is some kind of AI Copilot chat embedded directly in channel. So I can ask questions. Hey agents, hey start agent, what's new? Okay, and I will get some information about that. I need to wait a little, but eventually I will get this answer here. Yeah. And it is available for every single member of this channel. So I don't need to switch, or people don't need to switch between Copilot and channel. This is available directly in this channel. So it's not the fastest way to ask questions, but I hope I will get this response soon. And the last part is schedule meetings. So you can ask Copilot to prepare meeting with agenda. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, some updates from this channel from the last day, last week. Whatever you want, you can ask Copilot, this agent here. But I can also, for example, schedule a meeting about security for the what? Next Monday. Doesn't matter. And Copilot will, this agent, this channel agent, will try to gather information and create a channel meeting. This is important, only channel meeting. And will give me a simple one button to schedule that meeting. Is it helpful? A little, yes. But to be honest, it's not the best AI feature in Teams right now. It is in preview mode. And I think that next updates will bring more and more advanced features and more relevant to Teams. Because right now, this is just to be honest, fancy gadget. It's slow. It can help, but nevertheless, you can play with it because this is, if you have Copilot license and you upload and you go to any team where you are a member, you can play with it with this channel agent. And if you are an owner, you can schedule regular reports. So this is this channel agent. You can share knowledge, schedule meetings, only channel meetings, and create reports. Okay, so we have 5 minutes, only 2 features left. So I will start with the most important one. Okay. So I have this intranet portal. And this is, to be honest, quite common scenario. If you have a meeting, for example, about town hall, about some important changes in your company, about new policies, about something that is important, and the information from that meeting should be saved and published for your department, for your even entire organization. So if you go to SharePoint, to any site, and select Page with AI, so it gives you a way to create a page about something, but I can select a meeting. This is great. No. Oh, now it can't find it. Perfect. Sometimes the search is not the best one. Okay, but I have this one. Good enough. Okay, because that one was still waiting. So this one. So I can select a meeting, past meeting with transcript, and create a page based on meeting. I can add, for example, select that would be short and with maybe casual tone. And click run. And in this case, SharePoint AI, this AI feature in SharePoint will generate a page based on my meeting. I don't need to provide anything. I just select the meeting and I will get everything in this nice look and feel form on SharePoint page. So in this case, Copilot will generate entire text with web parts and with images as well. Okay, let's wait a little bit for this. And the last option for Teams in Copilot, this one is designed for admins, but it is mostly useful for everyone. Because in many cases, if you have specific words or abbreviation and some terms in your language or in your area, for example, SQL database, this is SQL, but commonly spelled it SQL. Pronunciations can be different from language to language, from area to area. And using Copilot custom dictionary, administrator can upload such specific words translated to. So how Copilot should use or transcribe those words. So instead of trying to translate it to English, maybe to different language, depends on your configuration, it will use this specific configuration based on this CSV file. You have to be admin, go to Copilot settings and Copilot custom dictionary. This is a nice feature, nice to remember. You can ask your admin to help you with this so you can provide your own specific local vocabulary for your organization. Let's go back to this SharePoint. Yes, it's done. As you can see, we have this beautiful, maybe not so beautiful, but nice page with some images generated fully by Copilot about that meeting. Pretty fast, you don't need to copy anything, just select a page select a page and ask to create a summary, for example, from your last meeting. So, short summary. You can use Copilot to work with messages in Teams and channels. You can prepare for your meeting. Fantastic feature, Facilitator Agent. You can use it during the meeting. Language interpreter and audio recap is for voice. Channel Agent, brand new feature, but still a little bit limited. And you can use Copilot to turn meetings into SharePoint pages. Thank you. I still have 30 seconds left. Sorry for that. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask or type them in chat or try to catch me on LinkedIn. Thank you very much for your time. I hope that you get something valuable from this session.